And even when we mess up, we're like, oh, you messed up. Like,
Yeah,
we just look at each other like,
you messed up.
Welcome back, Crazy Cats, to another GoCat Reacts. I'm GoCat Dave, and today it's going to be the Warning title documentary. I had a couple of people mention this documentary. They said it would be a great thing for me to watch and learn more about the band. So I'm really psyched to do it. It's officially it's The Warning, the Mexican rock stars who happen to be sisters, title Rising. And I am ready to go, so...
We obviously started playing here in Mexico. We're Mexicans, we're from Mexico. So our first shows were always here in our home and then just across the country. And I feel like we've seen it grow over the years and how we started and just our crowd. And it makes me so excited
So freaking
that
excited,
people my age are looking for this energy and like this music specifically. There aren't a lot of female-led rock bands, female, like, only
Completely
woman
women.
rock bands. So she started working as a young teen, a kid. We didn't even start out as women. Like, we started out as little girls
Yeah.
in this
Children.
industry. Children, literally. It involves a lot, and we were doing it with our parents. Like we were pretty protected. Like they supported us so much. They got us into lessons. Like they bought us our instruments. Like they give us the liberty to like really concentrate
Yeah.
on music.
Because imagine you're like just a teenager, maybe 13, and you want to do this, but of course there's tons of different things that you want to try out and do. So like sticking with it was also hard, you know?
The band started out as a 5-member band. Our parents are part of the band. Right now,
Yeah.
obviously, our family has grown a bit more, like with our team, our management, and everyone that works with us. But as we keep on working, that is always like the center of everything, and everyone we start working with starts feeling like family because we've always had that vibe. I feel like we've learned how to be like disciplined and responsible and like level-headed.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important for the industry that we're in. So a big hug to mom and dad for everything.
What we think really got us into this energetic music and rock and roll was definitely the Rock Band,
The video
game. We loved to play that game, and it was so fun that we just like looked at the screen and we just, oh, we want to do that. I told my dad, like, I want to play the guitar. He's like, are you sure? And I was like, of course. By the first week, my fingers hurt so much that I was like, please, no. But I fell in love with it, and there was no going back.
I've been playing for 13 years. I don't like that number, but okay, 13 years. And well, I've been playing since I was a little kid. I would always play on the drums, like the toy drums. And I remember I really liked hitting things. So it was like a perfect match for me. And my dad saw that I have really good coordination. And he asked me like, hey, like, are you up for lessons? Like, do you want to give it a shot? And I was like, yeah. Nobody wanted to give me lessons. I looked like a toddler.
I mean,
And
you
like
were
I was
6, you were
super
6.
short.
Oh,
Like playing the drums, it didn't look very promising for me. But I met one teacher and I had like a test class, and the teacher was like, "Oh, leave her with me. Like she'll be good. Like let's do this."
parents bought me my first bass, and of course I was really young and really short, and I couldn't play a full-scale bass, so they bought me a smaller bass, which I have right here.
right there.
Yeah. It's really small, and I still couldn't play that, and I learned for about a month, and then we started playing together immediately. So I didn't really have like that much time to get used to my instrument before we started playing together.
Okay, wait.
But-
I know that this isn't part of it. I'm going to ask you a
Do it,
question
do it.
because it's like
Do it.
'Cause I know, this isn't my place, but I will. Because there's a lot of people who tell you, like, why don't you play with a pick? Because normally
Oh,
rock
that's
music
true.
is just like,
It's like
but
pick.
you, like, from the start, it
I
was
always
like,
play with my
finger
fingers.
style.
I know how to play with a pick now, and I really do like the sound of it. But I don't know, I just always played with my fingers, and I do feel more comfortable with my fingers, even though I do play more on time with a pick. It's weird. It does hurt more though, but
I get it. It's like when I play without shoes and when I play with
Yeah,
shoes.
yeah,
I get it.
Wow.
The big turning point in our careers, like we did our Enter Sandman cover, which went viral, but I feel like the point where we were like, we really want to do this, like for the rest of our lives, was when we started writing our own music and releasing our own stuff. That was like, whoa, like we can create something,
yeah.
put it out in the world, and people react to it. It was just something that we really, really liked and looked forward to. So now that we're doing what we do today, like I just feel like it's the thing that really keeps us going, our music. Of course, like any type of siblings, like we have our disagreements and our little fights and stuff like that, but we get along really well.
We know each other so well that
Yeah.
we know how to make it work.
Exactly. And in the second that we start writing music,
But
everything just
like, what were you
flows
thinking?
really nicely. Like I don't know what to call it except like sibling magic.
yeah.
You shall remain inside your space.
I'm just gonna pause there for a second because just wanted to comment on what I've seen so far. It's interesting how their parents were like so supportive very early on. It's like, you want an instrument, you get an instrument. You want lessons, we'll give you lessons, and which I'm sure was a huge help to them. And they seem, very appreciative. I think Pao gave the little heart symbol. And that they were actually in a band like with their family, with their parents before this, before they sort of charted their own path as The Warning. So it's just a fortunate thing when your parents will support your artistic interests and endeavors, because so many parents will be just like, yeah, you can do that for a hobby, but you need to do something that's going to really bring in money. And so many people get discouraged, from pursuing their dreams because of that. And so the stars aligned. They were born with the parents who were going to support them in basically evolving into The Warning, so that's awesome. In their harmonies too, they were just doing that little harmony thing. Their harmonies are perfect, and not just perfect. They're, because harmonies, you don't want it to be perfect. It's got to have some, natural humanity and breathing into it. And so theirs has that unique sort of blend because they're sisters. They've been together forever, and they even have, the same DNA. So their larynxes and everything are probably all in tune in a way that maybe 3 different women wouldn't be quite as exact. I don't know if that's true. I don't know that much about the biology of the larynx, but anyway, let's go back.
Escape the Mind. Those were our first compositions ever. That was our first time writing. I was like 12, Danny was 14, and I was 9. We were
Oh,
children. But it was the moment where we really fell in love with music and like what we wanted to do. Like creating something was just such a powerful experience.
And you know, it was such a key thing, I think, personally, that we were not thinking about will people like it, because we were not going to release it. We were not even going to record it. It was not going to be a thing. So we just literally wrote from our 14-year-old hearts.
And on walk onto the very top and all ride, even though I stumble and fall.
And then we jump into our first album, 21st Century Blood. And it was weird because some of the compositions that are in 21st Century Blood were written in the same time
Era
as Escape the Mind. But there was this very big leap we gave with this song that we made called Free Falling.
It was the first song we actually wrote
Together.
Yeah. And you know, it was also a big thing that we started like looking for outside inspiration. We really like what's happening in the world that we can write about.
And more than anything, like we read so much and we consume a lot of media as any Gen Z teen does. So we were constantly getting inspired by other
Different
stories that we
scenarios.
were hearing. So 21st Century Blood was like, we felt like it was our first step. You know,
Yeah.
like, okay, we're a band now. This is our album.
And nothing will change. I'm crashing through space. I'm burning up, and there's nothing I can put out this place.
And one thing that I really like that we do, we really looked for what the song needed. We were like, okay, so what if this is a song with only piano, violins, and stuff like that? Like, we didn't focus on, oh, we have to be rock. We just focused on the energy that went into the song. So if you hear our music, sometimes it will be very varied within the same album.
But then Queen of the Murder Scene comes. It's our second album. And Queen of the Murder Scene, I was in middle school. I started going through my emo phase. So you can hear clearly there how that shift and like I'm angsty now.
These songs and these albums like grew with us. It's
Yeah.
literally, you can see like the change
Yeah,
in
you
As
can
we go,
feel the
like, as we
age.
personality.
Yeah,
Our
and
music.
Queen of the
Yeah.
Murder Scene is a concept album. It tells a story.
A novel.
And yeah, it was like a novel, and it was a really different process writing songs to fit a narrative and a
It was
plot.
really hard.
It was hard because we had some, and then we had to add like the filler episodes, but we didn't want them to feel like filler
Filler
songs.
songs.
So we really had to put meaning into every single little part. But I was like really into this idea of making it a whole album about this story.
Yeah.
And when I told them about it, they were like, "What?"
Why is there blood everywhere?
I was like, "Please hear me out."
We had to change
So much.
like
Of
a
the
lot of
story.
the storyline because it wasn't
It
even
wasn't
that
like
much
that.
of a storyline.
Yeah,
It was just
just like
Murder.
yeah.
But at the same time,
You were getting into
I was getting into K-pop.
I just
So
remember that too.
we took the emo phase K-pop like
Route.
express line, right?
Yeah.
So you can hear a lot of influences in there that maybe you don't pinpoint them as such, but for us it's really apparent like which phases we were going
That key
through.
change into the
Those
one.
key
Like,
changes, those harmonies, like it was all very K-poppy for us.
it's a thing that we also love to do. That as we start learning new ways of doing this, we just like, okay, what's the next thing that we can try out with our music?
Yeah.
So
And
It's
in,
very fun.
in Queen of the Murder Scene, it was key changes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
definitely.
change the key.
That was a theme.
That's great because I was going to actually say, you know, that's sounding a little prog there. little bit reminds me of Rush a little bit, and it's because of the key changes, right? So let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Change the key.
That was the theme.
Let's see you try. I see no emotion. A perfect scene for the murder queen. You can't always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me.
Coming from Queen of the Murder Scene, things are really different now.
Mhm.
Because I feel like we really grew as people,
Even
as
more.
musicians.
Like
Right,
from
'cause
those two.
We're going through our teenage years. Of course, you grow a lot from one year to another,
Mhm.
and you start living different experiences and stuff like that. So I feel like this third album is personal.
Yeah.
Like it talks more about our feelings or situations that are close to us, or our opinions on certain situations. Evolve was one of the songs that we started writing together, and we had music first
Yeah.
before lyrics and melody. It's usually the other way around. So the three of us were in this room,
Yes,
and Danny
right
and
there.
I were like playing, like getting the riff, and I was like, let me write a melody really quickly for the verse and just like put some lyrics on there.
I'm not in danger of the danger now.
And I was like, hey, that's a
That's
good
good.
line.
That's a cool
I'm not in
line.
danger, I'm the danger.
I do feel that it encases what this new album represents for us, the changes that we went through as musicians, as people, and in writing, because we saw things differently. Like right now, we really concentrated on adding a lot of like new harmonies and how like the bass and the drums were going to play together.
Together.
And then differently at the same time.
Yep. That's Prague.
Like there is so much room to grow, and we always enter these situations like with big wondrous eyes. Like we're gonna learn today. What are we gonna learn now?
What's gonna happen
Yeah.
now?
You got this, you. Okay, everybody.
Oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno para gozar. Mulata, oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno para gozar. Mulata, pam, 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 pam.
Definitely performing our songs live is a totally different universe. Like we treat it as such, even ourselves. We know it's nothing like recording in a studio, but it's so much fun. You're like directly sharing and expressing to the people who are watching you.
And I feel
live.
like our past albums, we try to grab like the sound, like how we sound live into our recordings, and
Yeah.
we never really,
Oh, we have never accomplished
we
that.
Yeah.
never accomplished that until like
this
this third
album.
album.
I've already collapsed, so I'll just drown my sorrows in a non-existent world.
We put in a lot of hard work
Yep.
into our live
Yes,
shows.
we do.
We really plan everything out, and
Yep.
we practice it a lot.
And even
A lot.
our movements, like if you see us playing in our early stages of the band,
Oh,
we're
we
just
didn't move
like
at all.
statues.
Didn't move.
And that's something that we actually worked on consciously. It's like how to play, being able to like jump around and bring more energy to the show.
Like we
Wait.
make fun of each other while we're on stage.
And I know like I shouldn't really be like saying this, but even when we mess up, we're like, oh, you messed up. Like,
Yeah,
laugh
we just-
about
we
it.
just
We're,
look at each other
other
like,
you messed up.
So that
When we play a show in our country and in our home city, it's just absolutely amazing.
Actually, our last show that we played was in Mexico City, and we hadn't been to Mexico City in a long time.
Yeah.
So coming back and seeing that we had more fans, like there were a lot of people watching us. It insane. It was
It
one of the
was so
best
cool.
shows
People
we've ever
like
had.
screaming our songs. We actually have like a video where you hear everyone singing on top of like it's
Yeah, like you can't hear us. Mexico really has something very
a
special.
big scene
Like-
of energetic people
Yeah,
ready
people are
for
really
metal.
passionate about
Yeah.
music in general here in Mexico, and the crowds are always really energetic.
Like this energy that they transmit, you just can't help but give it back. It's really about making like a personal connection of what you want to transmit through your
Yeah.
instrument. Cause I look at our past videos, like our covers,
No.
and I'm like, no, what are you doing? But we were so young, we were starting out, so it's okay. But I feel like that's a really nice thing. Looking back and seeing how much you've improved, how much you've grown.
A veces las cosas obvias son las más difíciles de ver. Te asfixiaste con tus propias manos. Cuando todo apunta que por fin alguien te viene a rescatar, te encuentras nuevamente abandonado. En tu martirio corté.
At the end of the day, like, there's a goal and there's something that you want to reach. And it's really about putting in a lot of work.
And just also be very conscious that the people who work around you are different, are going through different things and will think differently than you. There's no one that will think exactly like you. So taking things with a grain of salt and not taking things personally
Personally.
for it to ruin like your experience is a key thing. As sisters, we really have like that separate, our working selves and our sister selves.
Ya no hay vuelta atrás, no puedes escapar del fuego a tus pies.
Sometimes people have these stereotypes or these stigmas, like we've seen it in places we've played in festivals and stuff like that. Like the treatment is really different to like other bands, like male bands. But we see that change after like,
We play.
yeah, we play and then like people's faces completely change. And like everyone's just so
Which is fun
excited.
to see because they remind themselves that it doesn't matter who is playing, their age, whatever it is. It's about the music.
Music is the language. It doesn't matter like where you're from, like what language you
Yes.
speak, like anything. Like music is
The
language.
En tu martirio corté. Es tu destino, entrégate.
I'm so glad that you guys recommended I check out this video. It's been so cool to see them not on stage but just talking, answering questions about themselves, interacting with their family, interacting with each other, cracking each other up, just having that sort of three-dimensional experience of seeing them as opposed to just seeing them on stage. Not that that's not three-dimensional. It's at least three-dimensional. It's probably five-dimensional. But you know what I mean? It's there's their musician side, which I have now seen, but I was getting to see more of their personal side. And actually seeing how young they were at the time, playing for those people in Mexico and stuff. And they were just like, looks like they were gigging. They were solid. They were, they could go out, but yet they were still very much children. And then, so they wrote the concept album, which I guess was all just blood and murder. And they had to, they had to edit that a little bit. I don't know. I just love it. I love them all. They just seem like really cool young ladies, you know, with their heads screwed on right. You know, they know how to work hard and take this thing seriously. You know, and then be able to go and have fun with it. But like I think Pao was saying, or Danny, it's like they practice a lot, and then it shows, you know, in their performances. So yeah, I'm really glad I got to see it, and it just makes me want to go see more of their videos now, more of the live stuff, and just expose myself to more of the material that they've written and performed, and also see them playing in different environments that I haven't seen yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. This has just made me excited to see more. Thank you guys for recommending it, and catch you next time.